The real estate market in Toronto is shifting. Most of these shifts are micro shifts, not macro shifts, but this is not something you're going to hear in the news because they're always like 2 or 3 months behind. But as an agent that has a unique perspective where I am a listing specialist on my team, but our team also represents a ton of buyers on the market, I see both sides. And overall showings are slowing down. There are less than half the amount of people going through the properties that we've listed just compared to about 3 weeks ago. Now, saying that, the sale prices have still been extremely strong. The February numbers had an average sale price of over $1.35 million in the GTA. But if you're a buyer right now, or you're working with a real estate agent that primarily works with buyers, they don't yet know exactly what's happening because they don't see what's happening on the selling side of things. So you don't want to get caught in that shift where you overpay for a property based on what it used to be like 3 weeks ago, even though the seller might have only had a few showings. So we're going to talk about all that and more in today's video. All right, I'm just going to come out and say it. Please subscribe to this video. If you've been watching my content and you like it and it's giving you just an ounce of value, I would really, really appreciate it. And while you're hitting that subscribe button, if you want to book an appointment with me or you want to work with my team, you can go into the first link in the description, book a buyer call, a seller call, or just a call to chat about real estate. To sum up, the first 2 months of 2022 in one word have been insanity. I don't know that many other industries around the world where all the main players involved were being like, hey, I hope this slows down. That's what we've been saying as real estate agents, because really it's no fun for anybody. The only real winners are people that are selling and exiting the market. But I am here to tell you today that the market is slowly shifting. As of recording this video, there's 131 homes that have changed their price in the city of Toronto and 184 condos. These properties are still available for sale, and they either changed the price because they were overlisted and couldn't sell and came down in price, or they said an offer date at a low price didn't get what they were looking for and relisted at the price they actually want. And this might sound weird, but I'm happy to hear that. That's encouraging because we were going through a market where everything was selling. The really bad properties that should not have been selling were selling. And right now, we're slowly moving back to a market where the good stuff that's always going to be in demand is selling really well and fast. But the properties that are not marketed correctly or maybe have a few flaws are starting to sit on the market. And what I think a lot of people might think is, well, was it the recent rate hike by the Bank of Canada that did this? And the answer is no. This was already starting to happen 2 weeks ago. I think buyer fatigue obviously plays a part in this. We had several buyer clients that after 5 or 6 unsuccessful offers said, you know what, we're going to hang tight. We'll get back to this when hopefully more inventory comes in April. And even though historically April has been the month, if you're a seller that you want to put your property on the market, I think there's going to be a flood of inventory that comes to the market. I should clarify something. We've gone from an insane market back to a typical, really good seller's market. There is still under 1 month of supply at the end of February. There's still not enough properties for the amount of demand that we've had, but it's getting slightly better. We're seeing most of the micro shifts right now happen in the freehold segment of the market because their prices had accelerated so quickly over the past few years. The condo segment of the market, specifically under 800,000, we haven't seen that big of a slowdown, but showings have come down a little bit. And just kind of interesting, I'm seeing a lot of people accept preemptive or bully offers. Now, to go through the mindset of a seller, why would you accept a bully offer? Well, you accept a bully offer if you think that price is so good that it's not worth waiting until your offer date. But a month ago, nobody was taking bully offers because why would you? You had 100 showings on your property and you had 18 people looking to bully. It made sense to wait till the offer night. But do you know why people are taking bully offers now? Because they're not getting as many showings as they thought. And they're getting a little bit worried, and maybe they already bought their next home and this property needs to sell. So offer dates aren't going to magically go away. They're still going to be a thing, but I think you're going to start seeing a few more properties, specifically in the freehold segment of the market, come to MLS at the price that they actually want. And God forbid, you might actually be able to buy a property with a condition. I want to wrap up this video by giving you my thoughts on spring market and my predictions on how things are going to play out here. I'm not quite convinced that we've hit the highest sales numbers that we'll see this year. I do think March is still going to be very active in terms of price point and what things are selling for, and April is going to be good, but it's almost like the spring market already happened in February based on the amount of demand, even though all these people are thinking it's going to happen in April. Everything I've talked about so far in this video is encouraging to me. We're not shifting to a buyer's market here. Frankly, we're not even shifting to a balanced market. It's still going to be in the seller's favor, but overall things are getting a little bit better out there. And like I say in all my videos, if you have that 5 to 10 year mindset with buying properties, if you want to buy now, go out and buy. If you don't need to buy now, then don't buy, but do what makes sense for you at the moment. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'd love to know your thoughts and your opinions. So throw in the comments below how you think the spring market is going to play out. My name is Tom Storey, and remember, home is where your story begins.